So, what brings you in today?
There's...
I can answer that for myself. I've been having some problems remembering periods of time.
Have you fallen and hit your head recently?
Nope.
Do you drink alcohol?
No, I gave up alcohol like years ago.
Any history of degenerative brain disease in your family, like Alzheimer's or dementia?
No.
How have you been sleeping lately?
Actually, pretty good. I go to sleep at 9 every night and wake up at 6 in the morning, and routines are pretty important.
That's good. So, why do you think you are not remembering everything that's happening?
Well, Haley will bring up like a memory that seems pretty important, but I'll have like absolutely no memory or idea of ever it occurring.
Why do you think that's happening?
I have no idea, that's why I'm here.
Interesting. I'm gonna ask you some questions and answer them if you can, okay?
Sounds good.
Can you tell me what you did on your 18th birthday?
I got together with some of my friends and I had a pool party in my backyard.
Can you tell me what you wore to your high school graduation?
Doc, I don't remember what I wore yesterday, much less a couple years ago.
Do you remember your sister's most recent birthday?
No.
Alright. Can you tell me about your parents?
My dad isn't around really too much, but I saw my mom a couple days ago and she seems to be doing okay.
Chris, Mom died a month ago.
No, we saw her like last week.
No, that was 2 months ago.
I'm very sorry for your loss. We can keep going. Can you describe how you feel in this room?
Sure, I feel pretty comfortable. This couch is pretty nice. The lighting's a little dark, but otherwise my eyes have adjusted. I'm cool.
That's good, that's good. Can you tell me how you feel in this room again?
It's actually kind of cold and this chair is really worn and I don't know, it's kind of making my back hurt a little bit, but yeah. Oh, well, that bulb is kind of dark, so you can definitely change that.
Thank you, Chris. That's excellent. I think that's all I need for today.
Good, because this room is too cold.
I would like to have you get a brain scan to help figuring out what's causing these bouts of amnesia. Does that sound alright?
Is it warmer in that room?
Yes, it will be.
Fine.
Thank you. How often does he have different opinions about his surroundings?
Multiple times a day.
Thank you. I'll see you in a couple days for the scans.
Okay.
Thank you for coming in today. I've had a chance to review your scans and I believe I know what's wrong.
Doc, your voice is kind of making me a little worried.
Don't be. Do you see the difference in the brain level and the brain activity in these two scans?
Yeah, those pictures are pretty colorful, but I have to admit I have no idea what they're showing.
That's alright. As I was saying, the two scans have a very different level of brain activity and that really concerned me. I consulted with the psychotherapist that I did my graduate work with and we came to the same conclusion. We believe that you have...
That sounds pretty serious.
It could be worse. I've noticed some differences in your personality during these sessions. Sometimes you seem very open and willing to talk and other times you seem very harsh in how you answer your questions. And I've also noticed that your posture changes seem to coincide with your behavior.
She's right, Chris.
My name is Christopher. You know I don't like nicknames.
Does that happen often? Differences in his opinions of what to call him?
All the time.
See, this is a symptom of the disorder. Your two personalities are not aware of each other, and our goal is not to get rid of your personalities, one of your perspectives, but to combine the two for you to be aware at all times.
So let me get this straight. You're saying I have two different me's. That my brain functions differently when I'm each person.
Essentially, yes. I know this is a lot to process, but you can head home and take some time to think to yourself. And while you're home, try and recognize when you're switching in between. And I'll see you tomorrow to talk about treatment strategies. Thank you for coming back today. How are you feeling?
Like a mess.
That's alright. So our goal for treatment will vary as we go through this process, but the main goal is to have you function normally in your day-to-day life and to go without the existence of fugue states and severe personality changes.
So there are two of me and we aren't going to get rid of one.
Don't think of it as getting rid of one of yourselves. Think of it as your two personalities. Your two personalities are ways for you to express your feelings, and our goal is to just have that expression with the identity of one person. We want to unify you.
So how do we do that?
Well, we'll start in the office and the treatment will then extend to your home. So, what is your name?
Chris.
Okay, Chris, can you describe the personality to me of Christopher?
I don't know.
Well, Christopher is very polite.
Am I not?
Well, Chris, you're quite abrasive in how you talk. Chris?
It's Christopher.
Alright, Christopher, do you know what we've been talking about today?
I remember looking at the brain scans, but I don't remember what you said they mean.
The two different scans show two very different levels of brain function, which suggests that you have two different personalities. I've explained the whole treatment to you already. We want you to become aware of your other personalities. Can you try and describe Chris to me?
Who is Chris?
Chris is your way of expressing your anger. Can you describe your personality to me?
I would say I'm a nice person.
I would say so too. When you express yourself as Chris, though, you're quite a bit pushy, and you seem just generally to be angry. What we want to do is have you to be able to express both of those feelings as one person.
Why am I doing this?
I assume it's because something happened that you want to dissociate from, but that's not always the case. No one really knows yet what causes this to happen. So let's start by answering some questions again and see if you try and find the cause.
Okay, Doc, ask away.
So, can you tell me about your childhood, Christopher?
Oh yeah, I had a great childhood. My dad was an alcoholic, but because he wasn't around much, and my mom mainly was the one who raised us. She was a really sweet lady, but I never understood why she stayed with Dad, but everything pretty much worked out okay.
Yeah, we really did have a great childhood.
That's really good. How stressful would you say your day-to-day life is?
Well, to be totally honest, it isn't easy. I've had a lot of trouble keeping a job. I've had like 10 different jobs in the past year, but I couldn't keep any of them for longer than a few weeks. It's just been really difficult for me because either I'd like lose my job and then I don't remember what I'm doing.
I see, that sounds really difficult.
Yeah, and the hardest part is like I'm not getting a stable paycheck either, so I'm really behind in rent.
Yeah, I try to help him when he gets behind in payments, but it's hard to support myself and him.
Okay, so it sounds like to me you don't have a stable routine in your life, and we need to establish to eliminate one of those stressors. So the first step is you're going to have to move in with your sister so she can monitor your progress and help you realize when you're switching between Chris and Christopher. Next, I can talk to some of my colleagues about getting you a job doing paperwork, something easy, and they can also monitor your progress and help you be aware.
Okay, how long will this process go on?
As long as we need it to. Hopefully this will eliminate some of the stressors in your life. I would like you to come back every week and we can talk about how this is going.
Is there any medication that could help?
No, there isn't, sadly, but there are some support groups you can go to if you need help adjusting and trying to talk to someone about what's going on.
And
Welcome back, Chris. It's nice to see you again.
Hi.
Did you have any time to look at any of the support groups I mentioned last session?
I did, but there's no way I would go to every one of those.
Why not? It's really helped some of my other patients cope with the stressors. And
I mean, oh well, I looked at some of the brochures, and maybe I might even go to one or a couple of sessions and see how it feels.
Chris?
No, it's Christopher, but
So what we need is for you to be okay with everyone calling you Chris, no matter what you feel like, if you feel like Chris or Christopher. You can respond with your emotions in any way that you feel, but you must be able to answer to just Chris.
but I don't feel like.
I know it's going to be uncomfortable, but over time you will grow accustomed to this change. And this will help you interact with the world in a stable way and should improve your relationships with your friends and family.
Okay.
So, can you tell me your name?
My name is. It's Chris.
Good. I know that was difficult for you, but this really is the first step to helping you function better. So, how is everything going, Chris?
I'm doing pretty good. I mean, the routine is really nice and the income is pretty helpful as well. I don't really worry about rent anymore, and I can tell when I switch, but I'm able to identify as Chris just all the time.
That's great. I don't think we need to continue the weekly visits, but I'd like to see you at the beginning of every month just to check on how the progress is going. And don't ever hesitate to call if you feel you are regressing.
Sounds good, Doc. I will.
The